Outriders. Myself and a couple of buddies have spent the last few days playing the latest offering from game developers People Can Fly. And I have to say, I was not ready for this one. This single and multiplayer third-person run and gun has really filled a place that's been lacking in recent game releases. And with thanks to Nvidia ANZ, I can walk you through this fairly fast-paced fantasy shooter. So let's do it. Let's start with the story. You, an outrider, have been forced to leave Earth along with several thousand of your fellow humans to settle on a planet you wish to call your new home. Everything seems fine when you hit the ground, air is breathable, it's beautiful and stunning to look at, but as always happens, things seem to go south pretty quickly. After some basic training, you're sent on a mission to find that not everything is okay with your new home. Look, I won't go into too much detail about the storyline as I don't want to kill it for anyone, but I will tell you this, you very quickly become much more than human. How does it look? Well, looks great. I'm running a 3080 on an i7 7700K, and my average was around about 100 frames a second under heavy load. Turning on DLSS helped a lot, pushing me to an average of 135 frames a second in battle and around 160 when I'm just noodling around with my buddies. So if you can turn on DLSS and you got those 2080s and 3080s and whatnot, I highly recommend it because it does help a lot. Playstyle. It plays fairly quickly, and if I'm honest, it reminds me a lot of the original Gears of War in a very lurching and running and diving style, but so much faster. These fights can get super intense very, very quickly, and you do get punished pretty hard, but you don't have to rely on guns alone. As some sort of superhuman, each player has a path that they have to choose. Techromancer, Pyromancer, Trickster, or Devastator, with each option having their own special ability that you can use during a battle. Now I chose to tank it, so I went with Devastator. From forming a mini earthquake when he punches the ground, to collecting bullets that are shot at you and then throwing them back when your special powers depleted. There are many powers you can use as you rank up and unlock them. But let me say this, you must play this game with a couple of buddies, as when you combine powers, it becomes a devastating force that only the biggest bosses can withstand. Guns and armor are upgradable with resources you collect during the missions, and the elements can be added to everything from your shotgun down to your shoes. As you beat bosses or find random crates, you will upgrade your gear. There are new helmets, gloves, boots, guns, shotguns, sniper rifles, SMGs. It's pretty much everything you want for every kind of playstyle. Final thoughts. There are, of course, a couple of bugs that come with every new game, but these things get patched out pretty quickly, so it wasn't really an issue. But full transparency, I will tell you what they were. The game crashed a couple of times, and it gives you the option to send feedback, which I always recommend doing, because that's how they know it's happening. And a few cutscenes are super random and go for about 5 seconds and are completely unnecessary. But overall, I can look past these things because I know it will be patched out. This game is so pleasantly surprising because it flew under the radar, unlike, Cyberpunk, which was overhyped. It's actually mega hyped, and there was no way that was ever going to live up to anything. This game is a game that I didn't know I really wanted, and the boys and myself had and are having an absolute ball playing it together. For 90 Australian dollars on Steam, it's a game you'll definitely get your money's worth out of, considering I will have to go back and play as all the different classes just because I want to see what they can do. So it's a thumbs up from me, and I hope it gives you guys something to think about. Much love, and have a great day. Stop you dancing right now. That's disgusting.